this computer. Okay. Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Today we're going to talk about this new presentation. It's about intracoronal restorations, and we're talking about all types of restorations. Although they are restorations, they are actually part of our prosthodontic treatment, because this is one of the issues that pop into mind, that this might be away a little bit from prostho, but we know that in intraoral restorations are a very important part of our work. When we're doing full mouth rehabilitations, we're going to actually treat each tooth on its own. So any restoration is part of our prosthodontic treatment. So this is why we're going through this subject, and we're going to go thoroughly through it. Okay, first of all, I'm going to quickly look at the slides the form of the slides, the outline of the slides, some recommendations for you for later presentations if we're going to do scientific presentations in conferences and otherwise. I have recorded some comments previously in a previous course for a group of students other than you. I'll try to join all of these together in one package where we're going to put them online on our YouTube channel. If you recommend other subjects, other presentations, just ask for them, and we might ask students to work with those presentations if needed on our YouTube channel. Okay, so this is the presentation today. We're going to comment, it's about the intracoronal restorations. Now, if I'm looking at this slide, first of all, definitely you should have your name and the information about the university, but I'm the one who wrote the name. Why? Because we're going to publish this online on YouTube. But the idea is, there was a name here and I removed it. And under the name, you should write down your affiliations and what are your work. So if you're presenting, you don't only present a subject, you are also presenting yourself. You're presenting yourself to an audience. This audience might be the first time they see you, and you're presenting in front of them. So you need to put down your name with your first degree, which is a BDS. Now you're a master's student, but at least you had your BDS previously. And some students also put, besides the BDS, they put in parentheses the name of the university, especially if it's high ranked or well known. For example, JUST is well known. You just put the abbreviations. You don't need the full name, just University of Science and Technology. You put at least the initials of it. So BDS and the comma, then you talk about that you're a master's student. Currently master student program in prosthodontics, for example. Okay, so you state exactly where is your affiliation and where you worked. If you have a clinic, for example, if suppose later on when you graduate and you have a clinic or something else, you could say I'm a practitioner in clinic, and then you put the title of the address of your clinic. So if people want to contact you. Okay, some people put in their presentation sometimes a QR code. This QR code leads who is interested. Okay, notice that they put it scientifically, like Dr. So-and-so, BDS, master student, and then they put a QR code. Anyone in the room who wants to scan this, he can go immediately to your further information. Okay, it could be a quick CV, it could be the location of your clinic, details of your clinic, websites, Instagram, Facebook account, whatever you placed in this QR. Okay, so how to generate QR codes and connect them to your information that you want to present only for those interested. Meaning that you don't want to crowd slides with a lot of information. You could put the QR code before your name, before your initials and your name, or you can put it as an image that is constantly present in each slide. So how to add QRs to your presentations, I'm going to tell you about them in a next presentation. Okay, so this is one of the subjects we're going to add as presentation skills we give to our students. Okay, so the name, the official name, the degree, the first degree, the current position, it could be placed, and the name of the department if you are affiliated to a department. Looking at this, we can see that this is only intracoronal restorations. What we will get from this title is that you're going to present or explain this as a textbook should do. This is not the title of the presentation. The title should be Advancements in Intracoronal Restorations, okay? So make sure that you put something to indicate that we're talking only about advancements, okay? And current knowledge gained for intracoronal restorations. Okay, so this is about how to present your first slide. Now, if you want to be more want it to be more attractive, if you want your slides to be more attractive, it's beautiful to place an image showing the subject of your information. For example, if I'm going to go through intracoronal restoration, advancements in intracoronal restoration, one of the things I could get is, for example, a CAD/CAM system and then some restorations over on a mirror, for example. Okay. طب أنا راح أسكت هون لأنه في صوت من برا جاي، سامعينه؟ سامعين الصوت من برا؟
لا دكتورة
مش واضح.
لا والله مش
هو
واضح.
غاز عم بمر بس بدي أتأكد إنه مش واضح. أوكي. طيب.
الأغلب بيعمل ايزوليشن بجوز النهاية.
شكله لأنه مرة سجلت وكنت خايفة إنه يكون طالع الصوت. طيب. Okay, going back to our subject, also images. The image could be a total slide image. Yani the image could be at the background of all of the slide. Or there are these new systems where advanced PowerPoint presentations or those with maybe I think they are paid services where you can put an image on one side and then it will transition smoothly into the slide. So half will be like an image and half, it will not be a clear cut. It will be like emerging smoothly into the slides. So you can add those, but anything that gives you an indication, we're talking about intracoronal restorations advanced methods. So you could place them, for example, you can bring a milled disc, for example, that has intracoronal restorations in it. You can have images of the restorations delivered to the clinic. You could have them on a mirror. Any of these very, very attractive images that you can even find them on the net. It's not only that you can produce them. Now, those who had dental photography skills, and they have gone through these courses, they know how to produce these images by themselves. Okay, so how to edit them. So just to attract the audience, you use intracoronal restorations, you use an attractive title, it's advancements in intracoronal restoration, and you have images around, okay? Go to the second slide. Now, this is first slide, second slide, whatever. Usually the title slide, we don't enumerate it, but put numbers, add numbers. Please add numbers, because if I want to comment on something or I have a question, suppose I'm in the audience and I'm hearing you lecturing in one of these big conferences. When I have a slide number here, okay, it will be a reference for me to put my point, and I'll go let you or ask you, please go to slide number 3. And I'll begin questioning the point that I want. So the idea that placing the reference, the slide number here is very essential, okay? If you're using images, whenever you use an image, you should put a link to the reference where you got this image. Is this your image? You're only, let's talk officially, you're only allowed to put images in your slides without any referencing if it was only your presentation, your work, your clinic, your device, or whatever. Okay, if it was in your clinic, it was your image taken, this is okay. So make sure that images are referenced unless you have produced them. Now, many times, if you want to say that I have produced these images, try to put a logo for you. For example, put a logo specialized these are for only Dr. Osama, for example, you will put a logo in a way where your name will be written in an artistic way. It might have the image from your clinic. It might have an image of a code or an image that you use in your clinic, for example, like a tooth or a tooth with an implant or whatever you use on the logo of your clinic, what you print out for your clinic, maybe put them in the images and make them imprinted in the image. This will say that this image was produced by you. But in our cases, most of our images are produced from Google. So how am I going to do? I could either put the link, the actual link, and this is hectic in terms of the link is so long. If you take any image from the Google search and then you put the link for it, it will be very long link. So just say Google image and that's it. So it will present in a scientific way that this is not your work, it's a part of somebody else's work. Second, look at the way the title is written. This title, for example, is written all in capitals. Go to the title after it, it's in regular capital each word, okay? So this is all capitals. This is capital each word. And then if you go down, I think there is one or two that have, let's say go up, this is only first one capital and the rest is like a sentence, okay? Usually in titles, we use capitalization of each word. How do I do this? Let's say I'm here, and especially in the title in the very beginning, this is the one that could be all capitals. Okay, this is called all capitals. This one should be here. How do I change this? If I want to highlight this, okay, and I go here in the AA. These are the types of how they change sentences, okay? So this is a sentence case, meaning that the first part of the sentence is capital. Lowercase, everything is lowercase, meaning small letters. Uppercase, all of them are large letters. Okay, let's say I'll choose this. So if it was a title, I would prefer this would be all capitals, okay? And I could expand this to make it look beautiful, or I want to just increase the space between these two sentences. I go here in the lines, okay, and I increase the space, for example, and usually the spaced words are better in the titles, okay? In the subtitles now, this is not recommended. What is recommended is having all caps. Whenever you have a title of a slide, each word should be okay? Capitalized. It's not all of the words, okay? Capitalize each word on its own, unless these are the small words, the connecting words of or these small words, usually they are not capitalized, okay? Then another thing that we would like to see is some type of division between the title and the rest of the slide, okay? How do you do that? We could do that by both ways. I could simply bring anything, an image, add it. I could do this. Or I could go to the design and choose one of the designs where they show me, okay? They give me these divisions present within their design, okay? There are some, for example, this one, let's say this one, okay, let me remove mine that I added, for example. Do you see this division line? So it's dividing, it's visually separating the area of the title from the area of the text. So these are better be used, okay? If the title was long, I would just expand it and make sure that it goes like this, okay? This is better and more clear as title. Now, this position of the title, don't play with it and move it, because if you see this one and then go to here, this one is downwards, this one is upwards, this one is large. See that the size of the font. Look at this size, let's say home. What size is this? This is 41, while this one is size what? 48, okay? So don't play. If I'm going to put out a new, let me show you a new PowerPoint presentation. Okay, this is a new. Usually they have what we call layout. The layout shows you if this is a title slide, this is a title and content, this is a section header, and so on. So these are areas where you are working with or where you're writing. Now, if I want them to be all in the same manner. Suppose I'm going to do new slide here. Okay, see how the first slide is automatically a title slide. The next slides are like this. Don't change this font. Keep it the same for all. Okay, if I want it all capitalized, I need to go in and capitalize each word alone. But make it whenever you're adding. Suppose I'm going to write here. Suppose I'm going to write here, I'm going to write on this slide, I'm going to not to change the location of the title. So what does this give you? When you're working with presentations, you need the eye of the individual concentrating on the same location. If the title moves here once and then comes here and then goes up and goes down, what will happen? There is some distraction that will distract the information. It will not, the presentation will not run
دكتورة
smoothly. Yes.
دكتورة أنت فاتحة presentation ثاني يعني
Yes, you don't see it?
no
Okay, let me share it for just a moment. I thought it would automatically go to the second one. Okay, I'm here. I'm here. Okay, thank you for highlighting this. Okay, this is a new slide. Do you see it now? This is a new presentation. Fine.
yeah
Okay, see
Yes,
here what we call layouts. These are the layouts of the slides. This is a title slide. It's automatically the first one usually. This is the second outline, the title with content in words. This is a section header. This is like this, but see it's lower. It tells you this is another subject with this within the same lecture, okay? Then if you're adding images, you can have the content here and the image here. For example, if I wanted like this will be when we have content and then image or two contents in terms of comparisons or so on. So I could change the layout as much as I like, okay? But once you go into a slide that has a layout, don't change that font, don't change the location of the words. Keep everything, whatever you're typing, okay? Suppose I'm typing it like this, and then I'm typing here, and go and enter. So don't change these. Don't change the font. Don't change the position. Because when next time I move to the second slide, for example, I'm just writing something randomly, but I'm going to show you when I transition to here, from here to here, you see they are in the same location. But if the title keeps moving, once here, once large, once small, once a sentence like, once it's capital each letter, then it's all capital. These distractions distract the flow of your presentation. Fine? Are you with me?
yeah
Is it clear? Okay.
yes دكتورة
So now you've seen how this moves and flows, okay? I'm going back to the first presentation. Just a moment, let me share the first presentation. Okay, and just look at the flow, okay? I'm going here, then look at the flow. See? Each time a flow goes somewhere else, a different title. Some slides don't have a title even. Usually, we should have titles all around, okay? Each slide should have a title so I could know where am I working. Then when you moved from working with onlays and went into endocrowns, you should have something that what we called for endocrowns. Before going from here to here, you should had added a slide here, a new slide. And this slide, what is the layout for it? It's a section header. Okay, it's a sub-subject. You could use this if it's more beautiful for you, for example. Okay, so this is a new title, something new. You can use any layout that tells me I'm into a new subject. This helps me when I move from this to this subject, it will tell me I'm now in a new subject, okay? Many times I'll still be thinking I'm still talking about the first subject. Fine enough? Okay.
دكتورة يعني أنا عندي أنا موضوع مثلا advancement بشكل عام intra-oral illustrations يس في عندي مثلا different topics كل ما أروح topic جديد بروح لهذا
You use a different layout, yes.
Yes, okay.
Okay, now I'm going back to the original presentation, okay? Let me go back where this was the original. Let us see the flow of it, okay?
دكتور أنا عندي سؤال بالنسبة للفلو إنه كيف التايتل والكونتنت تحت أنا ليش يعني بزيحه مرات هيك.
Yes, let me know. These, what you're going to say now are the reasons why you move them around, okay? And this is good to go through those to solve each one. But at the end, we should solve each one accordingly and then make everything flow in one structure. Okay, please go. I love this section.
Yeah.
What was your problem and why did you move it? Go.
exactly. هلا انا ما ببرر بس انا اللي بصير معي انه
If
مثلا
you can speak in English, so this could be useful.
when I add the pictures like this in this slide, when I add the pictures on the right, the size of the picture sometimes encroach on the space
Yes,
for
and
the
covers
text.
this. Do you know why?
Yes.
Because you use this layout, go back here, because you use the layout of a title and content, not a layout where you have a place for an image. This is why. Okay, let me put this back. See what I did? I pressed on. Okay, let me go back. It's excellent that you mentioned this. This was your layout, okay? I'm going back to the layout, the original layout that comes in the slides, yes? This is what happened, yes? You put the image and now it's covering part of the work, what you've written, صح? This is what happened?
Yes.
Okay, just go to the layout and choose this, to content. Or go to the layout and choose with an image. So what did it do? It told you put these here, okay? Here or there, you can do it both ways. But the idea now, the slides are always in this manner. So whenever you have images, they should fit here. Whenever you have the text would be here. You want another layout? Let's choose another layout. This is a to content layout. This will tell me add your text or images. See, you add text, images, videos, whatever. You add them in here. So you reduce them in size and notice that it automatically made them. Look, see this brown, see this dotted brown that comes in? The dotted horizontal brown tells me now this is the correct location of the image with the text besides it. The one in the center, when I'm close to the center, this will appear. The one here, the line, did you see it in the middle?
Yes.
When I'm in the middle of this, it will put it in position. So this image now, I'm going to add this image. Okay, now I'm centered. Okay, now I'm okay with the image. Now centered, I reduce the size or increase the upper one until they match each other. See how the brown line comes in? When I'm exactly the same size, okay, it appeared. Did you see it's aligned this and aligned this together? Fine?
Yes.
So the layout is the one that helps you add images without these problems. Okay? Working with the layout. Give me another reason why you changed them.
When I have too much text in the slide.
Too much. And this is one of the problems. We should not have this much text. Do you know how a successful slide should have how many sentences? Let me go down. Try to find the correct. This one is correct.
4 to 5.
4 to 5 sentences. So how do I make all of this information into these, okay, very concise words? Do you know how? First of all, I remove extra words, especially connector words. I make this as a title, okay? Just okay, let me use this sentence. Teeth and other oral structures can be directly scanned using an intraoral scanner. Intraoral scanning is widely used because it's time-saving, more patient-friendly. I could say, okay, teeth and oral structures okay, using an intraoral scanner. I change this sentence. I try to make it shorter. Using an intraoral scanning is widely used because of time saving. Okay, what else can I do? So I'm going to remove this. I'm just going to say intraoral scanning. This is okay, widely used on teeth and oral structures because it's time saving. What other option do I have? Okay, I'll take all of this. Okay, I'll go to ChatGPT, for example. You're not seeing my ChatGPT. I'm not going to show it to you. ChatGPT. Okay. It's not that I don't want to, but the idea is I don't want to confuse the video. I'm just going to give you the sentence. What am I going to write? Okay, now I'm there.
Summarize.
Okay, let me go to the screen where the ChatGPT is. Okay. Okay, now I can share this. Okay, share screen. Can you see it now, ChatGPT? Okay. Can you see it?
Yes,
Yes,
واضح.
we can.
Okay, I would say, sorry, summarize to a sentence. Now, the N on my computer is not working. It will detect it, by the way. It will detect what I need to say. Summarize into a sentence, to a sentence. Okay. See. Okay, I could add this. And this is the sentence I want to add. Going back to our slide. Okay, and I go like this. See how short it became? Intraoral scanners are commonly used for direct scanning of teeth and oral structure due to their efficiency and patient-friendly nature. And then I go in, say, due to, I could highlight it. How do we highlight? We can highlight using bold. We could highlight using underline. We could highlight using italic, okay? Now, those three types of highlighting can appear in if you're printing this into black and white, and it's important for you to be able to print it in black and white, because sometimes you make handouts for your students, your colleagues, or so on. Okay. So highlighting using underline or an italic or a bold helps. It can appear in printout. There are other types of highlights where you can use such different color. Okay, colors don't appear in other types of formations. Okay, I could also summarize this and take it out. Okay, suppose I want this layout to be, suppose these are not here. Now I'm talking about if they are not here. Okay, this is art of making slides. Suppose they're not here. I want to add in each slide a reference, okay? Do you see this box? I want it added, but there is no layout that allows me to add a footnote, okay? Is there any layout that allows me to do so? Can you see any? No. So what do? I go to something called, if I go to, I think it's in, not format. Okay, I'm highlighting part of the slides. Okay, it's in the design. Okay, transitions, animations, where's the slide master? Review and view. Okay, this is where I want. Do you see this view? I go to the slide master. These are the same layouts that the presentations take. Okay. For example, this is the usual layout where we have the title and the subtitles, okay? Suppose I don't want the title in the color I was working with. I could go back to home and change every title I wanted to red, for example, or brown, say brown. I want all of the titles bold. I want all of the titles smaller in size, for example, or increased in size. Okay, the text itself, I want it in another color, for example. I want it in blue, say. I want it in blue. So this is where we change. If I want a footer, I want something as a footer. I place it in the slide. And now if I work with a footer and I change its location, every slide will have a footer. So I'm going to increase this footer size. I'm going to increase this footer size. I'm going to ask to add a number in the slides, okay? This is the footer where the reference is. I'm going to add the number of the slides. I'm going to add. So I'm going here. Sorry, insert. Okay, slide numbers. So I added, I'm going to, oh, they are here. If they are not present, I simply just add a slide number. Now this is a slide number. And also this is the date or your name or whatever. Now, when I go back and close this, I'm going to go back to the view, slide master. Okay, this is the slide master where we worked with. Okay, increase the footer. We have a slide number. Everything I adjust here will appear in the slides in that when I close this, okay? So when we finish, we close, what is it? Close master slide view. Okay. Now I press back to the regular outline view or normal. Okay, now this is it. Now each time I'll have something here to add in my footer parts, okay? Control Z, 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 Control Z, Z, Z is just, see here we close the master view. But the idea, I want to go back and remove all of my additions, all of my changes, okay? So now you know how to change your master slide. Fine? Any other reason why you moved them? Yes, Dr. Sam.
هم التو reasons إنه
These are the main two reasons.
Yeah, the amount of text and the pictures that I
Okay.
added.
Now, once you use a specific layout, for example, you're going to use this for images, you have to use it in any slide that has an image. If you're going to use this layout, use it with any slide that has an image, okay? If you're going to use this, any slide that has an image, it should fit into these areas, okay? So, going more into the presentation, we're going to work quickly with the presentations. As we said, division slides. We're going to add dividing slides for each subject. The text should be always in the same size, okay? See this size of the text, see this size of the text, and go down. See each time the text has a different location, it has a different indentation. For example, here are numbers, here are dashes. Later on, I'll have, for example, dots. So these always should be the same. If you're going to use dashes, you're going to move like this. If you're going to use other than dashes, you can highlight this and change them into bullets, or change them into like this, or this, or this, whatever you like, okay? But why did you add dashes? It was you adding them, wasn't it? Did you type them in?
Yes, I did.
Because you wanted to show this is some point and this is a point, different point. So you added them. So this cannot be automatically made. So pick the box where the text is and choose the highlighting, okay? And once more, choose the bullet system that you want, okay? Once more, I don't want to change each one. Suppose I don't want to go with each one. I go back to my master slide master, see it? Suppose I want them in bullets. Go back home. I want them like this, like an arrow. Simply, it went into the arrow. What is the second level? Suppose there's a title and something beneath it. I could change each one on its own, by the way. For example, I want this as this mark. I want, if further information is written, I want it like this. So I could even change each level, meaning if it's a subject, okay? This is how we change them. If I go back and say, okay, if I close the master slide, it will slide master. This is slide master. If I close it, everything I added, automatically it will put it in the rest of the slides. Now, why did it work on your slides? Because you simply remove the original layout. You remove the original layout box. And this is why it didn't work, okay? If I'm going to add this, immediately when I press this, it will give me the default that is present where on the master slide. Okay, slide master. Type. Okay, anything else? So the consistency, the slides that don't have titles should be added. There should be no large titles like this. Okay, they should be smaller. Materials for, I would say, I want to reduce this. I would say materials for endocrinology, and that's it. Okay, so always keep your titles within 5 words, no more than 5 to 6 words. Okay. What else? I'm going to slides without titles, different sizes, things that need to be reduced in terms of number of words in the titles. Okay, something large, something small. Wherever you have direct, indirect, use these. Okay, look at the layout I'm going to use now. Okay, go back to home. These are the layouts. When you have something with comparisons, please use this format, the comparison format, okay? Why? Because, by the way, it put everything in a different title. See this? I could say direct. Okay, suppose this is all indirect. Let me move this text that's written here, Control A. I want to move it into here. Okay, I would say here indirect, for example. The N is not working, but the idea here, okay. So it gives me an area where I place my title, and it also allows me to write beneath each one its own. So whenever you have a comparison, use this format, this layout. And even more, if I want to go to view, suppose I'm going to once more go to the master slide. If I'm using these slides now, notice that each time it opens exactly what I was working with on the slide. Suppose this box, I want to highlight to make it more clear. I could add colors, background styles. Let me check. This is the whole slide presentation. Okay, I don't want for the whole slide. I want this only. I'm going to highlight this box. Do you see it? Okay, and I'm going to say I want it in. This gives me also for the slide, but I want also just for this box. Okay, this is the box. If I go back to home, I know from home you can find it. Okay, if I highlight this, where was the bucket with color? Oh, it's not present. There was like a bucket with color. I could change the color of this. Okay. Quick styles. Okay, let me change it to this. Okay. What do I do